whenever. Actually, it started now.
Mics are going.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you're ready. Whenever you are ready, sir. Stop the show.
All right.
Going?
Yep.
Oh, it is.
26.
26. So me and Matt were talking about Bob Lazar. Excuse me. Before we were starting, and I could already feel it. Like we were gonna get into like some deep conversation, and then I just stopped. And I'm like, nope. Let's save it for the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll save it for the show. So I guess we'll just go right into Bob Lazar, dude. I told Matt I found like obviously there's a lot of coverage in the past and even present on a guy named Bob Lazar. He worked, I'm probably butchering this, but he worked for Area 51 or an outside camp, not a camp, but an outside base near Area 51.
Called S4.
S4. And he had a job in there to, I don't want to say identify, but to...
It says to reverse engineer extraterrestrial technology.
So reverse engineer basically means to figure something basically figure how something works. And, I can't even come close to describing the mind-blowing shit that he said, that he saw, and there's a lot of controversy surrounding him. People call him a liar. The government has tried to literally erase his existence, and everything is just too legitimate. Like there's deep records showing like, yeah, he does have this education and he did work here, but they're just trying so hard to discredit him. But the episode is mind-blowing, so look up Joe Rogan, Bob Lazar, and there's another guy, a UFO documentary filmmaker called, his name's Jeremy Corbell, I think. That was arguably one of the best, most fucking mind-blowing episodes of any podcast I ever watched. So check it out. But yeah, it's crazy, man. That's fucking nuts. And it's basically like common knowledge now that like our government has like I don't want to say it. Like we all know that there's aliens out there and that they're making, at least I think they're making frequent stops here on Earth. And my theory, which is a lot of other people's theories, but I thought about this a lot. I think they're living in our oceans. Because if you watch these videos, they're always like a fighter jet pilot, like filming them above the ocean, and they're like right on the surface and they're fucking flying, or either they're on the surface of the ocean, like that much, or they're like up above, way above the ocean, but they always like drop into the ocean.
Yeah, just disappear.
And I think that their knowledge is millions of years advanced from us. I mean, if you hear Bob Lazar talk about the stuff he's seen in the S4 or whatever, he's like, it's just all impossible. Like, nothing works like that here on Earth. So I think they're millions of light years like ahead of us, technology-wise. So I'm sure that they figured out a way to adapt to living in our oceans.
Yeah, it's possible.
Fucked up.
That's where the Navy sightings are coming from, and it's possible. I mean, the Earth is just made up 80% of water or whatever, so...
Man, the oceans scare me, though, dude.
Yeah, there's so much we don't even know about our own planet and the ocean especially.
It's just something that's covered by this... by water. It's just, you can't even see it.
To us, it looks like a desert, yeah.
Yeah, to us, it's like, oh, it's the ocean. I go swimming a couple times a year, or go to the beach, but, dude, the not like, just the aliens aside, all the fucking shit that must live in our ocean that we have no idea what it is yet, all the species and fucking monsters and squids, dude, like, I forget what they called the one squid. There's this one squid that lives, forget which ocean that they're common in, but, dude, the fucking eyeballs of these squids are the size of, like, a dinner plate,
like,
dude.
giant squids.
Yeah, dude, I'm like, this is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You know? It's crazy. So on another note, Shoe Nice Have you ever seen that YouTuber called Shoe Nice or Shonice or whatever?
No.
Dude, this guy, he's like in his 50s. He's got to be in his early 50s. He's famous for doing these fucking drinking challenges where he takes liquor, like full bottles of liquor, like Everclear, which is deadly, very, very deadly at a certain amount, vodka, anything, tequila, and he drinks the whole bottle, dude.
Wow.
He will chug these fucking bottles, and he drank a whole bottle of Everclear, dude, and he fucking lived.
I see that video.
He lived,
Shoe Nice
bro.
slams Everclear bottle. Shoe Nice 22. Wears a fox hat on.
I don't know how this guy's not dead, man. I mean, his liver must look like my fucking, 5th grade teacher's fucking left ass cheek. Just all fucking dead and shriveled
Elmer's
up.
glue.
That must be a meme.
Shoe Nice classic uploads.
Classic uploads. He's just like this white guy with like he looks like a regular guy. He does like tax returns.
Yeah. Yeah, you hear he's gonna swig the...
Oh, it's glue.
Yeah.
You gotta watch the videos of him slamming liquor, though. You're
Yeah,
like,
there
"How
he's
is
drinking glue, man. Can't you die from that? I feel like it gets stuck in your throat.
this?" Probably. Some people say it's fake. I mean, I don't know how you could...
It could be.
I don't think the liquor ones, though, are fake. You could see them.
Who knows?
Which ones do you got there?
The Everclear.
Everclear. Those of you who don't know, Everclear is the most strong
I couldn't even
alcohol
chug water like that.
that's out there. And it's a band.
Dude, that has to be so painful.
Dude, I take a shot of tequila and my fucking stomach's burning for like 2 hours.
Yeah, like everything's burning.
Have you ever had liquor? You ever
Yeah.
take like shots? Your
Yep.
stomach feels weird, like it's hot.
Yeah, I mean, it's just poison, just straight down the gullet.
Basically, dude. I knew a guy one time who used to live actually 2 blocks away. He was working, I don't know what company he's working for locally, but he was like the head like guy in charge at this yard or whatever, and he was like working on forklifts and shit, and like every day or every other day before work at like 8:30 he would just slam like liquor, like a half bottle of liquor, and then go into work and just be
Good.
like barely
Yeah,
operating
I'm
this
just trying to find
forklift.
shit that's
Dude,
off.
I don't know how
And,
that's possible.
Dude, the one time
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
just-
what's
so
happening in the
addictive.
world?
Yeah, dude, it was fucked up.
I just heard of
So
a
nice.
guy in Arizona, actually, who's driving a black pickup truck. He ran over like 6 cyclists or something. I don't know what he was
He's
doing.
a noble man.
But
Cyclists, though, man, like, yeah, that sucks. That, they probably got killed or really hurt, but 9 times out of 10, they piss me the fuck off. Because you got this shoulder on the road that's, 3 feet wide, plenty of room to ride a bicycle, and you are such a narcissistic asshole
Oh,
and
no.
thinking the world revolves around you, that you will ride in the middle of the fucking lane. That the car that's made for the cars and the shoulder's made for people like you. Dude, you got this much fucking goddamn room. You got 3.5 feet with a little skinny bike, and then you got these trucks and cars that are made for the lanes, and you just ride right in the middle. And then when they
Yeah,
hear you
dude.
coming, they can hear you coming. They always notice, like, they always go like this. They always, like, look. They know you're there, but they won't move over.
yeah, I mean, maybe that truck driver was just fed up with it.
They'll wait till
And-
you go around them. They won't get over for you. God forbid, because you're on the road.
Just sway a little more. It would put
It's like these fucking people, like, I don't even know, like, some of these people I see, it's like, do you even have a fucking job? Like, it's Wednesday at, like, fucking noon, and you and all these other grown, middle-aged white guys are just out in spandex, hogging up the fucking road. You're waving at people. Like, why are you waving at me? I don't know you. It's like that typical old douchebag who's like retired and has a Corvette and he walks like 9 times a day. You pass him and he waves. It's like, I don't even fucking know you. Why are you waving? I don't want to wave to you. I don't want to see you. And if I see you out again, I will swerve to try to hit you. God damn.
Yeah.
Fucking A. These bikes, man.
Well, that guy ended up. He was actually. I think he wasn't killed, but he was shot by the cops then behind an Ace Hardware.
Okay.
So he's in the hospital in critical condition.
Behind a AH. Okay.
Yeah.
Why was he
And,
shot? Did he pull a gun?
I think he was just running from him. Maybe. I don't know exactly the story. I heard it through passing, but.
Why would you shoot a guy who's running away from you?
Which maybe he did start to attack or something. I don't know.
Don't you shoot the guys if they start running at you?
Yeah. Maybe that's what he was doing, just running his truck at him or something.
No, man, I really... Eventually, I'd like to get a cop on here, man.
That would be cool.
Because, I mean, I've said it 100 times, I'm not the biggest fan of them. I think the system is flawed. I think their training is very inadequate. But I'd like to get one on.
It would be interesting,
I'd like to get one on, and I would ask him straight up questions like, have you ever treated anyone differently because of what they look like or their race or gender or whatever? Not that I'm some fucking SJW fucking reporter. That's not me. But if a cop is in here and I have him on the show, I just want to be straight up with him. Be like, hey, do you do this, or do your coworkers, other cops, do this? Have you ever seen it? Or if I have any questions like, how come they do this and not this, or what is your training like? I think it'd be really beneficial.
For people, me too. For anybody, me, you, people listening.
I mean,
it's possible. We could get one, honestly, through the store, through Kate, because all the state troopers come in there.
Yeah.
And they're kind of younger guys. A lot of them are younger, like apprentices or whatever, recruits, you call them.
Maybe like
privates. I don't know.
Maybe if we decide to do that and we kind of talk to one, maybe we'd have to do that one at the house again, at your house again, possibly. Just for that one, because that's where they're comfortable there. They'll probably be like,
even just sitting out in the deli where they hang out. Yeah, we can just do it
in the deli. You hear Kate back there with the fucking shrink wrap,
The vacuum. Remember that?
Oh, my God.
Didn't you just, stop?
I stopped the one time because I don't know who was running it, but it's 9 at night and we're finally can get a podcast done. This is probably the first 2 or 3 episodes. And we're all right, we get settled in, we start the show. Mm-hmm. And then we hear... and it's not a smooth vacuum. It's a one that's got a loose screw and it's vibrating real bad.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Volume shifts.
She keeps going over the same thing. Sounds like a tornado siren. Yeah, that was the early kind of episodes were tough to kind of.
Motorcycles passing by mid-sentence.
Yeah, I like it more here because we're not on the main road and the only noise is us and good old Mr. Air Conditioner.
Yeah.
Which we need today, dude. It's fucking hot.
For sure.
But dude, I'd like to get a cop on, man. That'd be really interesting.
That would.
O-ring. Oh, wait, what is this?
Yeah, all those state troopers are really nice guys, too. They seem to be.
Well, that's their job, is to seem trustworthy.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
I mean, I'm sure they are good guys, but, I don't know. Some of them are just rude as fuck for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing out? Well, it's 2 p.m. There's 1,000 other people in this half-mile span, so I'm gonna assume that that not everybody has to give you a fucking alibi on why they're out in their car. It's not like it's 2 a.m. and I'm in Atlanta.
Why are you out?
Why are you out?
It's thousands of people walking around.
It's why are you out, dude? Why are you out? You're in your fucking cop car, playing the imposter game, whatever.
There is a curfew around here for kids, right?
I don't know. There? I was never.
I remember hearing Ryan. He got
Ryan who?
Lauk.
Oh, Ryan Lauk. He lived in Penargil?
Yeah, remember he lived here for a little while, And he was just walking home, and he got like a ticket or something for being out past curfew.
Well, I knew he lived in our district. I didn't know he lived here in Penargil.
Yeah, like up Mary's Mountain or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that. Dude.
Which is strange. I mean, I take walks sometimes real late at night in my town.
I've been out late.
No one really.
And the cops have passed me and they never said anything. I mean, like, if you're like 11 and you're out at like 1 in the morning, then they're going to question. But if you're a grown adult, they got no reason to tell you not to walk. You work and you pay taxes and you pay their salary. And you can't even fucking walk at midnight.
That was when quarantine started. There was a curfew, though, I think, right?
Really?
They put that in effect. And maybe just, like, to be at places. Like, stores had to close at a certain time.
Yeah, I do remember that. I don't know about curfew, though, to be out and walk.
Yeah, probably not.
At least not in Penargil, man, but...
Oh, it was even driving, actually, in some areas. That's right.
Driving. Yeah. I do remember that.
You can even be driving.
Why did they put a curfew?
I guess to stop people from going places. I don't know.
It's like the virus is, at exactly 9:30 p.m. the virus starts. Anytime before that, you're good.
Dude, Dylan and I were driving home the one night. It was like past the time or whatever from Scranton. And it was so empty. It was the most empty, which it's usually empty at night like that, but it was so empty, just barren on the roads. And we got off at Wind Gap, and there was a cop just like on the side of the road with a flashlight just shining on the ground. Like, he didn't like stop or like try to stop us or anything. It was just so random.
Yeah, they are random, man. They are random. One time I saw
looking for something lost.
One time I saw a cop in the back of his SUV thing, and he opened like the car. This is when, So they open up he opened up the back like hatch. And he's like looking for something, and I saw him fucking scratch his ass and smell it.
Really?
They're just curious, And I mean, I guess it's part of their job, but it's like, I don't know. Some of them are random though.
Yes. You never know.
And they're normal guys, but what I have a problem with is the abuse of the power of the position.
For sure.
I don't like that. I don't like tyranny. I don't like authority, really. So
yeah, I mean, with
I probably
great
sound
power,
like a punk right now.
Well, no, that's what it is. With great power comes great responsibility.
I'm gonna listen back to this in like 10 years, and I'm gonna be like, wow, what a punk. That's just what I think now, though.
Yeah.
What is that? Oh, it's just condensation. Looked weird in the lighting. And you got Mr. Bucky here.
Bucky's gas station. Yeah, I got that in Texas. That sticker.
Oh yeah, you gave this to me. I gotta find this mount for this. I want to put this on my kick drum.
Get some cowbell going.
So we're gonna have some guests on coming soon. I got a bunch of people. I'm thinking about next guest is probably gonna be Jared at some point.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I want to get my cousin Joey back on with his friend and my friend Chuck. So that's why I wanted to figure out the mic situation.
Yeah, for sure.
So that way, if it is the mics, we don't have to keep, doing that. So, yep, guests on in the future, Mr. Devin. So Devin, explain your tweet. Or how about this joke between me and Dylan? So Devin, remember that?
Yeah, with our teacher. Dude, we would just die in that class, man.
Who,
you and I.
Who?
Yeah.
You know who, teacher?
Yeah, between the two of them, just like...
Oh, going at it?
And you would just know when it was about to start at the beginning of class. They kind of both be just looking at each other first.
Yeah.
Like, not even saying anything or doing anything.
There's like a tension in the air. Like, you got in, you sat down, everybody's kind of sitting around for
It was an economics class.
Getting acclimated. And you could tell, it was cooking in this teacher's head. He's just, like, thinking, and he'd make a little smile. Hey. Remember he'd do that? And and he'd be in his chair, and he'd like slowly spin to Devin like this, and Devin would know what was coming because I would see Devin do this.
He get his like file cabinet, like all
yeah. He just takes like a little, USB like hard drive thing, plugs it in, so he has all his info ready.
Yeah.
That was funny, dude.
We would just be dying laughing.
That was really funny. Dude, school, dude. I miss it.
Yeah, good times.
I miss it. Seems like so long ago.
It felt so normal then, but now, like, looking back at it, it's like a dream.
I know, it's like, it wasn't even that long ago. We graduated 4 years ago, but we were in high school, fucking 8 years ago now. And, I don't know, it seems like a different world, even though it was so much, like, recent. I guess you don't really pay attention that much to the actual world when you're that age. It's just, you just know what you're...
It just is.
Yeah, you just know you go to school, you come home, do the bare minimum, go do the stuff you like. Didn't drive. Didn't really have to have a job. Good times, man.
I'm going to reset it. No worries.
Don't worry. Be happy. Be busta.
Alright.
Be busta. So I'm trying to find like articles, but we keep getting off on tangents.
Yeah, if you ever want Kate on here too, I could get her on before I go. I know that was always an option.
I could always get her on too,
She has some really good stories.
I'm sure she does, man. She's a good lady. Deadly tropical depression Claudette expected to strengthen over North Carolina.
Is that a hurricane or something?
I guess.
Coming?
Just sad shit. Nothing's ever happy. Except the Happy News Network.
Is that a news network?
Yeah, we looked that up on like the second episode. We were
yeah.
So tired of seeing sad news. Let's go on the Happy News Network.
Yeah.
And then there was an article about like killer bees in China, like chasing people up trees.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I see a bunch of crashes. Hot air balloon crash in Denver. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Campaign volunteer has been stabbed.
So much violence, man.
Oh yeah, today's Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all the parents, the dads. It's a day to honor dads everywhere, whether they be young or old, single or partnered, new to the job or seasoned like a favorite cast iron skillet.
That was gay.
They could be a stay-at-home dad or the primary breadwinner. They could be your own dad, your kid's dad, a dad who has passed away, or anyone in your life who plays that role for you. 1910 was the first Father's Day.
Really?
Yeah.
Look up the first Mother's Day. Because if it's before 1910, don't come at me with that inequality shit.
When was the first meme? That's what came up first. When was the first Mother's Day? 20? This says 2022 when I first looked it up. 1907.
Yeah, so don't come at me with that fucking inequality shit, okay? Because we let you off the Titanic first. You get to stay home all day. Get a brand new Mercedes. You had Mother's Day first. Shut the fuck up. I'm just kidding.
Father's Day started in 1910. Yep. And Father's Day was founded by Sonora Smart Dodd.
That sounds like a goddamn Taiwanese like plumbing company.
Well, dude, just his middle name is Smart. That's actually really cool.
Smart, huh?
Smart.
Smart car.
But yeah, Sonora's father was a Civil War veteran, William Jackson Smart. Oh, so that's his last name. William Jackson Smart, a single parent from Arkansas who selflessly raised six children. Interesting.
I have an idea that we could possibly do
What's
until you are ready to separate from this state.
Yeah, what's that?
We should just do like live. Well, obviously it's not live, but it's like kind of sort of real time. I should turn on like CNN, and we'll just commentate on shit we see, like in real time, I guess.
That'd be cool.
What channel of CNN is on a dish?
I didn't know you had cable up here. That's cool.
Yeah.
I haven't seen cable in a long time.
Yeah, because Family Guy was on the other night.
Yeah, that's right. Everything in my house now is just streaming, Hulu, Netflix.
Yeah.
And I kind of miss even like commercials and everything.
Oh, you miss commercials, bro?
A little bit.
Like, I think that commercials are the reason TV is dying. Like,
yeah, it is.
It's a fucking fucked up way of like entertainment. It's like, I'm trying to watch John Wick 3. He's fucking stabbing
Yeah, when
bitches,
it comes to movies, yeah, that sucks.
And
but like, say having
Viagra?
just background
like,
background noise,
Oh yeah, background if you're doing 200. Okay, so channel 200. Tom
if I'm watching Netflix, I don't want to miss it.
Okay, so here's CNN newsroom. I'm trying to like get a good.
Whoa! Right off the bat, breaking news.
Stray dog transformed by a 6-pound hair animal.
Removal.
Oh, removal.
Coming through a little bit. Dude, look at that thing has dreads.
What the hell, bro? Looks like a goddamn mop.
Oh.
Dude, that's crazy. They're just shearing off his fucking fur.
6 pounds.
Dude, look at that.
That's the hide.
It's like a goddamn leather tan thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. He's got dreads. Reggae music starts playing.
Dude, he looks really cool like that, though, actually.
He looks like a fucking alien.
Yeah. Which that is a good feeling, man. Just a fresh haircut.
I know.
I wanna adopt it.
I'll wait till the next one comes up. Yeah, dude, I was watching a bunch of those videos actually today. It's like sheep, like especially sheep because they grow such thick like wool and stuff. Like sheep, like literally the wool is so nappy and knotted and it's like that thick. And you just see these people shave it off and like these sheep have like it over their eyes and they can't see. And it grows in their ears and they can't hear. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
But they take it to this like person who does it and they just like shear it off. And they probably like sell that. It's crazy.
I couldn't imagine being like back in the day being a shepherd.
I know Ben Shepherd. You know who Ben Shepherd is?
I don't know.
The bass guitarist from Soundgarden.
Oh really? Dude, I'm learning about Soundgarden every time I'm on here.
Really? Talking about Ben Shepherd makes me want to pick up the bass that is not here. Bass, man. Who's your favorite bassist of all time besides Flea?
Besides Flea? I mean, my mind just generically went straight to Jaco Pastorius. as a bassist, like, you respect what he created.
What band was he in?
Kind of just his own band. He was in Weather Report. They're like an old jazz band.
Okay.
But he was kind of just like his own figure.
Remember the Weather Report on the morning announcements at school?
Yeah, a little bit.
It was like some fucking, rocket goose kid, just like 12-year-old kid.
Rocket
just like,
Goose.
just fucking, today is going to be sunny with a high of 90. And it's like, thanks for telling me something I could have told myself when I looked out the window this morning.
I couldn't imagine doing those morning announcements. Like, dude, I was just so down in the morning.
That's why it's mostly girls, man. Because girls, they
somehow have energy like that.
They talk like fucking crazy. I've seen girls talk so fucking fast that their teeth catch on fire,
Right.
I've seen that shit happen. Oh, dude, the other night I was watching, I think it was a remake of an old movie, I think from probably the 60s, no, probably from the 70s, called Death Wish. I think Charles Bronson was in the first one, but they made a remake just a couple of years ago with Bruce Willis. He's the main guy.
Oh,
Dude,
I'm thinking of Death Race.
It was really good.
Death Wish.
It was
I've never
really
seen
good.
That.
It's about a guy. He's a doctor, kind of well off, wealthy, and he has a wife and he has a teenage daughter, and their house is targeted by 3 armed robbers. And to make a long story short, something happens to I don't want to give too much away. Something happens to the wife and the daughter, and then the rest of the movie is this doctor guy basically tracking these fucking guys down and killing them while still keeping his fucking day job as a doctor. It's really cool.
Oh, Death Wish.
Wish.
Wait. I'm thinking of another different movie now. He's
Wish
not like
Death.
a bounty hunter, right?
No, he's just a normal
okay.
guy just seeking retribution.
Hmm.
Yeah, really good one, man. A lot of violence, and in my book, if it's violent, it's good.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, it's
Thriller
really cool.
kind of thing.
It's not as violent as John Wick, but it's good.
I was thinking of whatever movie that was where you could hire, I think it was in England, you could hire someone, a bounty hunter, to kill you if you wanted to kill yourself.
Really?
And, yeah, it was like the movie, like this guy hired this dude and he was a hitman to kill him. He was like a depressed writer, but then he ended up like finding love or something, so he was like, no, you gotta call off the kill,
Yeah.
But he couldn't, so he's being chased by this hitman that he ordered on himself.
That's a unique,
interesting plot.
Yeah, that's a original plot,
Yeah.
Very original.
That's a different movie. I don't know what it's called.
Gummies. Well, laxative
gummies.
Wow. Just taste grape, and next minute you're shitting your fucking intestine out.
Do you know Bobby Lee, the comedian?
Yeah.
His brother Stephen Lee has this podcast
Stevie
right
Weeby.
now. Yeah, Scissor Bros. It's called.
Oh, so
Dude,
it's not the Stevie Weeby show anymore?
It's so weird. Well, he does that too, but this with Jeremiah Watkins, another comedian.
Yeah.
And they did a podcast where they took laxatives before, and like the first person who shit their pants like lost or something.
That's a good idea.
And it ended up like it wasn't kicking in, so it was the first person. They changed it during the podcast. The first person to shit their pants wins.
Oh, they win.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
During their podcast, dude, it's so trippy to watch.
Dude, that's funny.
'Cause it's like,
that's like that shock like value, like radio, like how Howard Stern used to be back in the day, like bringing in naked chicks and just like giving them dildos.
Just like just so unexpected.
Yeah, that shock radio, and Opie and Anthony just doing crazy shit. Guys are puking in buckets in the studio, and like you could hear the engineers in the other room like puking because like they saw puke.
Right.
And another movie that is really good, and it's well, the first one is kind of older now. It came out in 2014, I think, and they made a second one in 2017 or 18. The Equalizer. That's with Denzel Washington. I'm not totally sure the plot, but he's like a guy who just finds people who, are bad people, I guess, for lack of a better term, and just hunts them down. I'm really not doing it justice, but it's really good. And he knows how to fight too. What is this?
Let me reset it real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, it's good.
Damn it. Damn it. I'm still off. It's so hard, slide. Playing SpongeBob. See, we're like stopping the audio because of the crackling, and every time like we come back, we're just totally opposite of what we left off with.
I know. Well, I got to tell you this now that I think I just lost the last 5 minutes that we did.
Okay.
Because I deleted it. I just clicked delete. I was like, oh shit, that's why I was shuffling around for it.
Yeah.
But I think I might be able to find it after. I'll put it in, but if not, whatever.
Okay, so we're just gonna
keep going
from where it left off then.
Yeah, talk about whatever. I don't know. What did we talk about? Like just
5 minutes ago, we were probably talking about
I
don't even know. I forget.
Dude, yeah, like it's wiped clean. Oh yeah, REM.
REM, yeah.
So yeah, REM. They're
okay.
Cool.
It's gonna be weird because if we can't get that back, it'll be like people will be listening, and like suddenly it's just a whole new topic.
Yeah. Well, suddenly it's just SpongeBob.
Yeah.
All right, it's rolling.
Okay, so we have a little predicament while we were stopping the recording to fix the long-going audio issue. I think Matt accidentally deleted the future, or like the last 5 minutes, or the future 5 minutes.
The last 5 minutes.
Okay, so the last 5 minutes. So we apologize for any. You guys are probably listening to us.
We might be able to find it.
And now it's just cut into a whole new topic. So this episode's weird. We're like all over the place.
It's avant-garde,
but it's fun. So we apologize for the randomness, but here for you for your entertainment. I'm gonna keep trying to get this SpongeBob thing. Dude, that sounds like Primus's hidden track on Pork Soda called Hail Santa.
Really? I never heard that one. I remember you telling me about it.
It's really weird. It's basically like slide bass with like weird, like, it's actually disturbing, but it's like it's like something weird like that. Listen to it. I don't want to really play it on here. It might get copyright, but
Les Claypool. Have you been writing a lot of new songs?
I've been working on some new material, just not writing, but I'm looking to finish one up. Hopefully tonight, get it started. This comes easy to me. I just got to figure out. I just want to make sure when I write it, it's something I want to do. I don't want to waste time to write it if I'm just gonna throw it out, in 2 weeks.
Do you usually start out with lyrics or guitar?
Guitar. I'll start out with a cool thing like, and then I'll pick something I want to write about, and then I usually like to come up with like the whole song itself. Like I'll come up with the verse, chords, then a pre-chorus and the chorus. So that way when I write, I know
you have a structure.
I know the inflections I should be making, and things to throw in there. Yeah, I never like sit down and write lyrics with
like a poem almost. Yeah.
I can't do that. I'm not Jim Morrison, man. One of the best fucking men on this planet. Who was on this planet. Love Jim Morrison.
The Lizard
dude.
King.
The Lizard King. A lot lizard. You know what a lot lizard is?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
At the truck stops.
Yeah, some fucking, shark fucking face looking hoe just fucking these truckers,
That's a crazy world, man. That's a dark world.
Yeah, dude. Just the amount of disease that pussy just like has on the surface. It's like you come upon a cave with like homeless, like dangerous, scummy, like disease-filled people, and you haven't even entered the cave yet, and it's just like so horrible on the outside. That was a horrible analogy, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, like all you hear is
you
like
just hear
outside
like a
the
slow
cave.
hum. Have you heard the story or supposed theory on where the term batshit crazy came from?
No.
Okay, so you heard the term, right? Batshit crazy?
Yeah, yep.
Apparently, it comes from a time, I don't know when it happened, but it's recent history, I guess, there was all these people outside of a cave at night who studied bats and, was getting ready to study these bats. As they were to fly out of this cave, they had it timed so they'd be there when the bats would fly out at sundown.
Yeah.
And what they didn't know was when these bats wake up and they leave the cave right away, all of them are shitting, like, because they've been sleeping all day.
Yeah.
So all these, like, scientist people studying bats got shit on by these bats.
Yeah.
And, like, it affected them so bad, like, they started bleeding from their eyes and shit.
Really?
Like, it legitimately caused
Diseased.
deadly disease.
That's crazy.
So that's apparently where batshit crazy comes from.
Wow.
Fact of the day, ladies and gentlemen.
I would never think that.
By your smart, but at the same time not smart, host.
I would never think that. Bad shit.
That's
crazy.
a Sublime song. What song is that? Something like that. I'll think about
That's
it.
like Red Hot Chili Peppers. Just
Where we at, man?
42 minutes.
42 minutes. So, dude, like, where you're going to school now, where's it at? San Diego?
Monterey. 45 minutes south of San Francisco.
Wow. So you'll probably be going to San Francisco a lot.
Hopefully, yeah. It should be interesting. I won't have a car out there or anything, but there's transportation.
Yeah, Conestoga wagon. You can always build a wagon.
Yeah.
And just have a big goose pulling it. Like Rumpelstiltskin on Shed 4.
Right.
Enough,
Yeah.
Reggie. You are hereby summoned to the kingdom of fuck. LOL.
YouTube poops. That was another thing I learned on here.
What?
YouTube
About
poops.
YouTube poops?
I never knew what they were.
Yeah, man. Spread the gospel of YouTube poops when you go to California, man.
Yeah.
How much does it cost
California.
to take a flight from here to there and back?
Here to there and back, probably, I think it was like, I saw like maybe around 700 it would be now.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
Which it was cheaper actually, like a year kind of during quarantine, but a lot of people are wanting to fly now. But I don't know, I'm just going one way for me.
Yeah, basically one way.
My family's going back.
2 years.
We're going out, we're going to visit my sister in Portland. We're going to go through San Francisco.
Nice, man.
Because she lives in Portland, Oregon. That's like 10 hours away.
So what are you gonna? I mean, I know it's still a while away yet, but like, what are you planning on doing then? So when you graduate, then in 2 years, are you just gonna stay there? Or are you gonna come back to the area and look for a job here, or what?
We'll
We
have to
probably don't
see,
know
man.
yet, man.
Yeah, we
It's
don't
early.
know. I want to build connections. Like that's my goal out there. Just build as many connections as possible.
Yeah, man. Hey, when you go
in
out
the
there,
industry.
and you meet all these new people, spread the word on the podcast, man.
Dude, I will.
Dude,
The
say,
podcast, the band,
I
everything.
got my best friend. He's got this podcast. Check it out. I was the producer.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll have to get somebody else in here to produce it one day. Maybe you again, who knows?
Yeah, in 2 years or in the summers.
Full-time job.
I'll probably be home in the summers. I'll help out.
Matt is basically the equivalent of Jamie Vernon. You know?
Nah, dude, he's the fastest one-handed Googler, right?
Dude, somebody will literally be like, Jamie, look that up. You count 5 seconds and it's up. And
Yeah.
everybody's like, how the fuck did you do that? How do you even, like... That's just proficiency with
muscle
keyboard.
memory, really, for the keys and everything.
You know, he's, like, legitimately trained in, like, engineering, like, audio engineering.
Really?
Yeah,
he has a degree and everything?
Yeah, like, he said he went to school for it and everything, and it shows.
Yeah, it shows.
He knows what the fuck he's doing, just setting that podcast up and recording it and changing the cameras and hooking everything up. Look at the trouble you and me, well, I have, just getting it through one computer.
Audio, yeah.
But that's crazy. Yeah, he's talented, man.
Yeah, it is a lot more, I feel like, than people think.
What, like doing a podcast?
Yeah, just...
Yeah,
it seems like, yeah, just set up 2 mics, whatever.
Yeah, it's like plug one in, but it's like, no, man, like, you gotta buy, if you don't already have one, you gotta get a good computer that can support the editing and the recording, and something that, you know, you gotta hook it up, and it's a lot, but
you gotta have flow, too, just like, you know, being the podcast.
Yeah, which I don't think I've mastered
flow.
Yet, you know, because we're all over the place.
Yeah.
But we'll get
That's
better.
all good, yeah.
We're still early on, you know.
Doing it, though, you know.
Doing it, man. I mean, by any means, we're not making girls, like, walk in here naked and, like, pissing in buckets.
Your podcast!
The podcast!
It's the band!
What was that thing going on? I don't know if you saw it on Facebook or whatever. It was like some soccer player was like supposedly trans or gay. There was like there was a controversy surrounding it. Let me
I
bring
heard
it up.
something about that. I don't know.
It was like a
exactly.
man with purple hair or something. Let me look it up.
Which actually, it was just Juneteenth Day. Due to, I think, because the riots around this time last year were happening with the BLM stuff, and that was
George Floyd.
Yeah, Juneteenth was June 19th.
Why do they call it
was a day.
Juneteenth?
I think because it just works like it's a holiday now, you know.
Juneteenth.
So it just kind of works out that way. And they actually closed down some federal buildings. I wanted to go to the DMV that day, and it was closed down.
Really?
Yeah.
To mark the anniversary of a riot?
I believe. I don't know exactly. I think it's just to commemorate, like, to...
Oh, for George
recognize,
Floyd?
Yeah, recognize racism and all that.
Yeah, of course. I thought they were taking off to celebrate violent, riots.
No, not to celebrate riots.
Yeah, I don't know. You're just looking for a day off at that point.
Yeah.
You know?
But, dude, I mean, I felt bad. The guy next to me at the DMV, like, he didn't have a smartphone or anything. And he had to go.
God.
And I was walking back. He's like, are they closed? I was like, yeah, man, sorry, it's Juneteenth. He's like, fuck. Like, he just went... I was like, he was like, do you have the number to Allentown's DMV? I was like, yeah, I could find it on my phone.
They're probably closed,
But I was like, yeah, they're probably closed as well. So just wait till either tomorrow morning or the next week.
Man. Yeah, that's weird how any little thing that somebody can get their foot into, they'll just run with it, you know, like, oh, it's Juneteenth, let's close down all the most important buildings that this nation runs off of. You know, let's
which it wasn't everywhere. The post office was open, I know that.
Oh, dude, they're always open.
Yeah.
It could be Armageddon. And
that's their motto, like rain, shine, snow, sleet, whatever.
And you see Eric out there, you know? Eric, man. I think that's getting really tired.
Yeah.
It's only like
this is a later one we're doing, even though it's only 9:30.
Yeah. We've done it later though than this when we were back in the storage room doing it.
Yeah, for sure.
We were doing it like 10:30, 11 at night. Yeah. Probably wrap it up. You want to wrap it up or you want to talk about other shit? I don't care.
I don't care. I'll try to find that one section of the podcast when we're done.
Yeah, you can try to.
I'll search for that. Because sometimes it auto-saves.
Mexico soccer fans banned for homophobic chant, but officials fear continued as the slurs could lead to worse.
Oh, is that what you were talking about? With the...
No.
No.
All this soccer shit just came up, though, after I searched that, which I really don't care about.
I think I heard there's a soccer team in some country that's sponsored by cannabis.
Cannabis?
Yeah, they have
Really?
like a weed sponsorship.
That's
A
interesting.
soccer team, yeah.
Oh.
I was like, wow, a whole soccer team. That, like, I wonder if it's on their uniforms and everything.
Yeah, it's
like,
the big leaf.
Yeah, I don't know. I just heard about that. It might not be true.
'Cause I saw it on Facebook too, so I don't know. Look at this meme. Camping on the water is
crocodile.
Just a crocodile like looking. It's true though. Why would you set that up knowing if you're in crocodile country?
Dude, like, that's like kayaking down those rivers.
Dude, like, you're literally making it so easy for these things to eat you.
They
like,
just come up out of the water.
at least before they had to like
And murky.
sneak out of the water and sneak up behind you and snap at you. Like,
But now
it's just-
you're in their territory.
It's free real estate. You know, it really is.
Yeah.
If you're dumb enough to be in like Florida and put a tent on like a floating raft, I'm sorry, but if you get bit, I'm not feeling bad.
The death roll. That's what they do.
I know, they just twist it, right?
Yep.
The bob and twist. I knew a guy named Bob one time, and he went to that swing at the Weona Park, or swing at the park. It was like they had these concerts there, so like these oldies like cover bands would go there and play songs from like the 50s and 60s, and all the old people in Penards will go pay the ticket, and it just brings them back in time, you know.
Yeah,
It's cute to watch, I guess. But I knew a guy there named Bob, and he was only 45, and he's like here with all these senior citizens, and he was doing like that old school like twist thing like they used to do in the 50s, and he fucking threw his hip out, and he never walked the same again.
Really?
And he was just doing like one of those like twist dances that they did in the 50s.
Dude, it's hardcore out there, man.
It is, man.
I saw they had the swing concert June 19th, just passed.
Yeah.
Juneteenth.
Yeah, man. It's crazy.
It's crazy out there, man. We own a park.
Some old people, though, man, some of them just surprise the fuck out of me these days of what they can do. You'll see a 65-year-old woman, and she's like jacked, and she's still hot as fuck, you know?
Yeah, one of those cyclists.
Yeah, it's one of those cyclists, or like that lady who delivers mail. You know, it's like, holy shit, like you're like 60 and you look actually hot. Like, I don't know how it's. I don't know why that's happening. Like, it's getting easier and easier for older people to still stay good looking.
Yeah, and like, what's it called? Just like relevant, like conscious. Like, they're not, like, a lot of times you'll see a real old person just kind of like disconnected.
Right.
But like, these people are still driving around and everything.
I know.
At like 80, you know?
88, man. I saw a guy one time on a fucking Sea-Doo, what do you call it, jet ski one time. This dude must have been 72. And it was at Mincy Lake, actually. And I think it was his son or his like grandson's like machine, but they let their grandpa ride it. And he was going real slow, but he was like, there was like a rhythm in the water. Because once he hit the water like one time, it created a rhythm.
Yeah.
And so he just kept riding off that. But he's going real slow, but it was funny.
But he was on it, man. He was doing it.
And then I fantasized like what it'd be like if he just flipped it. And you just see like the boat just turn back over and he's not there. You just see bubbles.
That's in Florida, man. Those alligators.
Florida man.
The Florida man.
Florida man has become such a meme now. Because it's literally every fucking weird, like, obscure thing that happens in the news.
Florida man.
Florida man caught with a fish up his ass and a crocodile condom on.
Florida man.
I just get a bunch of articles that come up with Florida man, huh?
Florida man allegedly pulls a gun on Starbucks employee over botched order. But not on just any employee. Yahoo News.
Yeah, of course, Yahoo.
Yeah, that's the biggest.
Notice I didn't even go on Loudwire today.
No Loudwire.
No Loudwire.
Damn, dude.
I think I'm done, bro. Just
Breaking up with Loudwire.
Just like bland articles, like the top 5 best acts you've seen all year. And it's like a generic picture of James Hetfield and like Dave Grohl.
Yeah, it's almost sickening sometimes to see.
It's so boring. James Hetfield and Dave Grohl are always on there, and I love them both, but how many damn articles could one person be like involved in? It's like Nickelback has a far more sad story than you ever thought.
Yeah, because that's why it feels like deja vu every time you look at it.
It's just all clickbait. And you get like some like weird like fat guy on like the YouTube channel just talking about like obvious shit. Slipknot has 9 members with they all wear masks. It's like, thanks for letting me know what the whole world can see. Here's, 30 million views. I don't think they're pulling in that many views though. 30 million's a lot, bro. Imagine that. You get paid by a sponsor per every 1,000 view.
Takes a while to build up, or maybe not. I don't know.
It all depends on what you put out there and just how it picks it up.
Sometimes the algorithm just works in your favor, I guess.
Sometimes. If you're Logan Paul, though.
Yeah, dude. He's had that fight, with Mayweather.
Yeah. That's crazy how much bigger he really was than Mayweather. He just started out just hauling ass, too. Like, I didn't watch it because I'm into fighting, but...
Yeah, I didn't watch either, but...
I know it was a big deal.
Look at this picture, man. That punch looks brutal.
Yeah.
Logan Paul's face is just getting obliterated.
I know he's Logan Paul's a legitimate athlete, but you're not beating.
After years and years of training that Mayweather had, there's no way.
Yeah, there's no way. It's almost foolish, but there's a lot of money involved in that to not pass it up,
Yeah.
To pass it up. There's too much.
For sure.
Even if you lose, what's Logan Paul walking away with, millions? It's crazy. Boxing, though. Tired. I'm gonna fall asleep. I'm gonna end it here.
Yeah, you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, such a random episode, man. Every now and then we just get those ones where you can't keep like one full thought.
Well, I think too, because we don't really have internet right now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just like.
Yeah, the internet's getting like looked at. So yeah, it's kind of we're just like
off the grid.
Off topic, just talking. But either way, I hope you found some sort of entertainment through it. And yeah, thanks for watching, listening, whatever. And then, yeah, I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.
Downtown every night. I wonder when he'll ever stop. Mr. Tim, he loved him. Yeah.